SpeakEasyRadio.net. You can also listen to us on Mixler.com, Mixcloud.com, TuneIn.com, and LiveOnlineRadio.net by simply typing No Static Radio in the search bar. Now, if you want to follow the show primarily on social media, you can follow us on Twitter at Speak_Show and on Instagram at _, slow down, man, Speakeasy Radio. Now, without further ado, that was a deep sigh for what I'm about to start telling y'all. Let's get right into the news. And this news has been brought to you by the softest people in the United States of America. No, it hasn't, but that's how I got to start that off because this is all ridiculous. So we started off the show and we went all the way back to 1967. We went back to 1967 to talk about, we played Natural Woman by Aretha Franklin.
Yeah.
We did that for a reason.
Yeah.
We did that because, excuse me, there is a transgender activist group, excuse me.
They don't have a life.
That has nothing else to do but come out and try. Uh-oh, something's wrong with me. Uh-oh. Don't get scared, y'all. I took my test. I ain't got it. I ain't got it. Just got a haircut. I ain't had a haircut since November. I ain't had a haircut since November. Leave me alone, y'all. But so there's an activist group called the Transcultural Mindfulness Alliance that came out and said that, 1968. Aretha Franklin's song Natural Woman perpetuates harmful anti-trans stereotypes and are being quoted as saying there's no such thing as a natural woman. This is when it gets bad.
What?
Hold on. The song has helped inspire acts of harm against transgender women, and they are requesting that it is removed from Spotify and Apple Music. This is when it gets bad. It was later reported that the group is satire. Now,
wow.
No, because that's a cover. Because it was up until late last night, late Tuesday, Wednesday. Late Tuesday. No claims of that. The original bio didn't speak that. The original bio spoke on cultural changes to ensure the inclusivity of trans individuals. Right. They changed that. You know that's to save face.
Right.
They were looking to take it off of Spotify and Apple. For what? So at this point, it goes back to what Dave Chappelle said. How much do I have to participate in your self-image? On that one, I'm not.
Yeah.
Because you and I talked last week, First Lady, about the Best Man final chapters, and you get into that whole. Terrence Howard played, for me, he was my favorite one.
Okay.
Quinn was my favorite one. Because he's what's non-binary? What's non-binary? And it's they and them, and it's like, who you calling a cis? The whole scene was funny.
Yeah.
But it's exactly, I feel them on that. Who you calling a cis? Yeah, no, that's us. We're cisgenders. No, I'm a man. You're a woman. Whatever.
Yeah.
And I don't disrespect what you do. That's your business.
But
don't relabel me or label me. Yeah. I'm not trying to fit in.
Exactly.
I'm in. I'm not trying to fit in. Right?
Yeah.
So cut it out. So it came out as activist hate group that later turned into it's a parody site. No, it wasn't no parody site.
No, y'all are a discriminative group of people who are trying to uproot what things are naturally are. You're not allowed to do that. You know, just because you want to change it and not satisfied with who you are, you're not allowed to uproot who we naturally are as people.
Not at all.
You know, natural women just are what they are. And guess what? If you don't have periods and can't have babies, you're not a natural woman.
Shout out to Caitlyn Jenner. So what I'm hearing is that we shouldn't change that on the birth certificate and stuff like they're trying to do.
No,
because it's like,
that's insane.
See, we talked last week about China's population going down 850,000 people, and it being mostly males. Who's gonna create these kids?
Yeah, right.
So come on, like we could stay here all day.
All day.
But we gotta move on. We gotta move on to this one. Now this one might be a little. Let's see what you take on this one.
Oh shit.
So there's an old joke that popped up from a 2021 episode of Family Guy, in which they made what, depending on who you are, is how you view this joke. But the joke is about Nipsey Hussle.
Oh shit.
Well, so you know Chris. Yeah. Chris is going to a Coachella event called Quadchella. Okay. And he's telling his parents what's going on. This is the quote.
Okay.
This is the joke. They're going to have holograms of Tupac and also Nipsey Hussle, who I never heard of and then was told to care immensely about. That's it. That's the joke. So, of course, you know, everybody goes to Twitter to, one, check how they feel, and two, to respond to everything. And that turned into, this was the most out-of-pocket joke. I'm not so sure about that Family Guy and South Park and shows like that, they get everybody.
I don't watch them.
Oh, well, I do because I'm childish. I got my childish side, but they get everybody. It's not anymore. First of all, black people get it the least.
Yeah.
In jokes like that, situations like that, it's usually gay. It's usually religion.
Yeah.
And it's usually general stupidity.
Yeah.
They get politics more than anything. They're like, they get Trump. They get Barbara Bush for killing a man. They get everything. They get stuff you don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. That one's a little bit sensitive.
Okay, so I
honestly agree with the joke.
Okay, see, I don't watch stuff like that, all because it's dated back to when Eddie Murphy brought out the PJs, and I've been protesting ever since. Like, because
when they took it off?
Yeah, because they said the homeless guy look like a crackhead, but yet they got police and prostitutes going up on the census, smoking weed smoke coming out the house and stuff. For real, but y'all took off the PJs because y'all said the homeless guy look like a crackhead. So, like, for real.
Speaking as an uncle,
I ain't watched stuff like that ever since.
Speaking as an uncle and not a father, I'm not sure I would have any kid up under me playing Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah.
For stuff like that. Stuff like that.
Yeah.
And in that regard, I know exactly what you're saying. This joke in itself, it might be a little sensitive on this one. I don't think it was that big of a deal. I honestly feel like it was very much accurate.
True that.
I know, and I mean, I'm only speaking for me. I only knew Nipsey Hussle about 3 weeks before he died.
Right.
From seeing a picture of him at the Rock Nation brunch.
Okay.
A picture with Jay-Z. Who's that? Nipsey Hussle. Okay, who is it? Rapper. Okay. Yeah. And then when I hear the stuff, I'm like, yeah, all right. That's not a knock to him. Don't disrespect the dead, but that's what it does. Like, everybody became his biggest fan when he died. Y'all didn't like this dude.
Yeah.
Y'all didn't like him for real. So
I really know who he was.
But then we're in the super sensitive era. Let's go to the next story. So M&M's, they use caricatures as their mascots.
I don't like Eminem.
What?
Oh, you said Eminem.
M&M's. Not the rapper. Candy.
Okay.
Mars. Candy. So you got the peanut, the plane, and the girl, and the other girl, and this. Well, you used to. We don't anymore.
Wow.
So now they were called, and from Fox News of all places, were called under fire for shoes. So the whole thing started with shoes on the girls. So how they presented the characters, they put out a statement saying, I'm paraphrasing, but I'll go back and read it. They didn't realize that the shoes could be polarizing, and that's the last thing they wanted to do. So now they replaced cartoon candy characters with Maya Rudolph, because they said, and I quote, America will agree with this decision. So her first campaign ad will be on the Super Bowl.
What?
Yes, they got rid of cartoon candy characters. Maya Rudolph from Saturday Night Live. Minnie Riperton's daughter. The one that's funny sometimes.
Grown Ups.
Beyonce impression.
Yeah.
Like, she half and half with me.
Yeah, she is.
But at the same time, you gonna get rid of cartoons for a whole person because somebody was sick. We in the wrong area. I'm in the wrong area. I'm in the wrong area.
The people who are taking care of this stuff, like, they shouldn't be there.
Like, if this is your priority, then I'm scared for what's really going on.
We don't want you there no more. Somebody else come and get that job is what I'm saying.
Well, I'm going to talk about somebody coming to get that job right after I talk about.
Do it start with an M?
Yup.
Child, that threw me out of here.
Listen. So
be scared, folks. Be very afraid.
Hey, you know what? No. Be better at your job. Hold on. Let's go.
That part too. I totally agree.
Now, we talked a couple months. We've been talking a couple months about Netflix cracking down on that password sharing. They're going to have this done by the end of the first quarter. They're looking to have this completed and put an end to it by the end of March. And whatever, everybody got my stuff. How you going to know? How you know I don't live in two houses?
Right.
How you know that it's not on my TV and then I didn't get in the car and drive somewhere or I'm not on the plane? So I want to see how this is going to go. This should be very interesting, but it's all based on money and, money drop. But at the end of the day, networks shouldn't be concerned about that as much as they should be concerned about this whack content they put out. There's nothing on Netflix to watch. I mean, I haven't seen Glass Onion yet. I heard it was great. There's a couple of shows, but they cancel everything after a season, even if it does well. So Netflix, I guess it was the original, and you kind of just like feel loyalty to it because it was the first streaming service. Man, Netflix ain't got nothing to watch. Hulu has nothing to watch. I stay on Disney, YouTube, and
Peacock or Paramount.
What's on Paramount?
Paramount. Okay,
I
so
don't know.
I'm an old school.
I don't either, Chef.
Okay, so backstory. I work for MTV.
Right.
And
so it's on Paramount.
And you
Real
know,
World?
one of my sisters was trying to get on the Real World, but they put me on the challenge, and I didn't make it nowhere.
Okay.
You know, but I did end up production assisting the set.
Okay.
And so I'm an old school head when it comes to the Real World, the challenge, you know, Road Rules and stuff. So I watch those on there. And then Paramount. So there's some other shows that come on Paramount.
I mean, I just
is it like way back Paramount? What
No,
Paramount.
it's Paramount Plus TV.
Paramount
Oh,
Pictures.
Paramount
So TV shows, they got movies and stuff. The Game. You know, if you guys are.
You're not selling me with that.
Hey, listen. I got to tell you that
they turned that into a drama and then re-drama it. And what's this? The
I ain't
fourth
gonna
time?
lie, I like it better than The Best Man.
Is this the
really?
Okay.
I like it better than The Best Man.
I still haven't watched the rest of the episodes.
Yeah.
So
Well, it's a whole season. They're into the second season now.
Okay.
It's good.
So what's this?
It's good.
Technically, like the 8th, 9th season overall.
Yep, 9.
Y'all just keep rebooting the same show.
I know, but it's good.
And keeping Wendy Raquel.
Hey, yup.
She gonna stay working.
Hey, listen. Hey, it's good.
Well, she gonna stay working.
It's a little bit more drama.
Well, I'll say this: she can keep a job.
Yeah.
But not those people at McDonald's.
Ooh, child. Did you say robots? Oh.
So I implore you all.
I hear you.
To go and follow us on Instagram.
Please don't take my job.
_SpeakEasy Radio. And you will see the story about a McDonald's that is being run by robots.
Yes.
And by machines.
Yeah.
No human employees whatsoever. Is the ice cream machine going to break? Don't know. But I guarantee this. It'll probably open on time, close on time. You won't get an attitude. You'll probably get extra ketchup packets, whatever. It's the stuff that comes into play to me as to why they go this route anyway. We got 2 McDonald's stories. The other one is that guy that was on TikTok that got $5,000 in the bag when all he went to go get was a sausage McGriddle. So somebody dropped the deposits in a bag.
Boom.
And Mr. Good Samaritan took it back. So he took it back. Got free McDonald's for a month. And got $200 as a reward. And 2 weeks later, they forgot who he was, so he had to pay for his chicken McNuggets.
Oh my God!
So you can't like leave that stuff up to social media to not make funny comments on. Comment section is the funniest place on the internet, and sometimes the most toxic one too. But that one was funny. So yeah, you go to your stores. Aldi now is getting into the self checkout.
Is it?
Oh, Aldi has a lot. Aldi is going the Walmart route.
I see they got clothes too.
Yeah, they do. And what they don't have is a lot of people in there.
Oh.
So you're going to have 1 or 2 people to operate a machine if it goes down, or to operate a register while somebody services it. So when you're talking about, but see,
that's what happens when you come into work and don't want to work.
But now you got the generation of folks that don't want to work anyway.
Exactly.
Because you still listen. Target done went up to 18. Walmart done gone up. You got. What is minimum wage? See, that's a whole nother sermon. We can't do it today.
Wage,
wow. How much is it?
I think it's like $10.
Minimum wage is 10. Their starting wages now at Walmart are 16, 17.
Wow.
I mean, the bank I used to work at are paying people no less than 21.
Right.
Wow.
To walk it, not a banker. We're not discrediting any position.
Okay.
But like a teller. So like the one that doesn't have to make money for the bank. Just got to collect it.
Yeah.
Versus what I would do, which now they're paying. Listen, and folks still ain't working. But I'm afraid of that McDonald's. I seen that robot, and y'all saw it too. Now we're gonna take a quick music break. When we get back, I got some celebrity roundup for you. We're gonna talk to Chef J. La Soul. We're gonna make sure that y'all know exactly who it is, and we're gonna make sure y'all know where to find us, video wise, and watch us because we're gonna have a live on air demo. We got all the music today. We got Common with Testify right after my favorite Virgo, Nas. It ain't hard to tell. It's a SpeakEasy radio show. What? Wait. One thing. You said that you tried out for the Real World Rules.
Real World.
Real World.
But I got accepted for Road Rules.
I just want to say that I'm an old head, and I tried out for the reboot of American Gladiators and almost made it.
Oh wow.
Almost made it in Chicago. That show is hard. If you guys ever come back, I'm trying out again. We got Chef J. La Soul here. You're going to show us what we're going to eat to get ready for that and all that stuff. We got everything with us. We're going to do all that, but we're going to jump back into music. Here's Nas. It ain't hard to tell. It's the SpeakEasy radio show.
Wow.
Them dudes were super athletic and super on juice. And that's fine because juice don't make you good.
Right.
Them dudes just good.
Right.
The juice kept them from getting tired, so they recovered faster. I'm like, man.
My dude said he work out with you.
would testify. So you gotta always find a way to slip in the brothers like Kanye, produced by Kanye West. That was one of them banger tracks I heard a couple times. Now let's get into this celebrity roundup. Shout out to my partner Tae. She'll be back, y'all. Shout out to my partner Tae. But I'm gonna cover this right now, and we gotta celebrate. We gotta start off with the celebration. Now, Sunday, March 12, 2023, from 8 to 11, well, that's what's gonna be aired. The 95th Academy Awards, the Oscars is gonna air. We all know the Oscars is about 22 hours long, but they only gonna air the important stuff. Well, let's give a big congratulations to Rihanna for her nomination for a song, which is "Lift Me Up," and for Angela Bassett for Best Supporting Actress, both for Wakanda Forever. Now, I have to be honest about something. Not sure how people are going to take this, but do not revoke me from anything. I have yet to see this movie.
Don't feel bad. I haven't.
You haven't seen it either?
Because
when I say that, it's like you about to listen, entice right. Like, listen, I just haven't seen it. I have no desire to sit in any theater for 3 hours. I don't want to.
Oh, wait a minute.
I'm talking about Wakanda Forever. I know you saw Avatar.
I haven't seen that yet. No,
I know you saw Avatar, and that's the same length. I just don't want to.
Yeah, 3 hours, 12 minutes.
I don't see. No, it's so long. Yeah, I don't want to do that. So I can do that at home. But Disney Plus, and that's what I'm going to do.
Take your lunch with you.
Let me go to the bathroom.
Let me just turn this off for a second. Pick back up where I left off. Yeah, I just don't want to do that right now. So I'm not going to. Now, but that's exciting. So hopefully Angela Bassett gets that one.
Yeah.
Because TikTok will ruin everything. And I saw like clips of what happens. I'm like, man,
you still got TikTok on your phone?
Yeah, why?
Y'all better take TikTok off your phone.
Here we go. Why? Tell me why.
Because
they're slamming TikTok.
Because
who's tracking my whereabouts?
Because over there in
Russia,
in Asia,
mm-hmm.
like they have access to your everything inside your phone with TikTok.
Really?
And you agree to it when you sign on.
Well, I saw that. I actually saw that.
Well, it's kind of too late now.
On the Joe Rogan show.
That mess off.
Oh wow.
Because guess what? When it's off, they ain't got no access to nothing no more.
Hey. It's just one of the things they can see while it's there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, all your bank information, all that mess.
Yeah, you said in Asia? Yeah. That doesn't surprise me that they got that information.
I'm cool.
Not even a stereotype. So
right.
it's just not. So we all saw the red carpet photo with Nia Long and Omarion.
Both of them looking good.
Looking good, and especially Nia Long being 52, looking good. And despite what y'all want to say, Nia Long has gone on record and saying she is single AF and asked everybody to simmer down. But of course, it's gonna spark something when you see them two kind of flirty. She grabbed that man's hair, kind of dragged him along, drug him along. So it was like, cool. And Omarion went on record and saying, like, you'll never know if there's anything between us. But then he doubled down on it and said nothing but respect for the queen. That he's single too, and especially with all the stuff going on with him. I'm like, they probably just had a good thing. He said that's the first time he met her. So, yeah.
I believe that.
I believe that too. So, y'all can stop wishing for stuff. It ain't happening yet. 38 and 52, it could though, but 14, that boy was born and she was what, in 9th grade?
Right.
Ew.
I know, right? Hey, listen, he's like that sometimes.
I want to see this movie they were on the red carpet for. Not You People. That's not the one I want to see. I want to see. I don't think it's called You People, but it's the one where she gets abducted and her kid has to search through social media. Yeah, I want to see that. Where her husband is white and he probably got something to do with it.
Ooh, that's gonna be juicy.
But that's how they presented it. That's not exactly.
Juicy.
That's how they presented that one.
Juicy.
So I was like, okay, I'm gonna take a look at that one. Now, let's send another congratulations out to Shamar Moore.
All right.
And his girlfriend.
The baby girl.
Jesri Dyson? Something.
Yeah.
Okay. But 52-year-old Shamar Moore now has a baby girl, and surprise to a lot of people, including me, that's his first kid.
Yeah.
Wow.
See what I'm saying? Like, I didn't know that either.
I knew that.
Now, the girlfriend, 39-year-old Mao, she has a 5-year-old daughter, Charlie.
Yeah,
39. With actor Stephen Bishop. Who is that? Don't know. And has a son, Caden, from a previous relationship. So, okay, that's her third. But I was like, Shimon, you ain't got no kids?
No.
And so, February 8th is the expected date, which is also the passing of his mom. So that becomes a special day for him. He was like, that's what she wanted from me. She wanted the grandkid, and he was about to buy her a house, everything before she died a couple of years ago. And like, I'm gonna take you to this house, and you approve it before I sign on it. And that didn't happen for him, but this one did. So congratulations to Shamar Moore. Hopefully, we don't have to see him with those terrible braids from that Tyler Perry movie. I'm never gonna let that go. I'm never gonna let any wig choice go from any Tyler Perry movie. No, but congratulations to Shamar Moore for that one. But you know, it is never too late. Well, at least for a guy. Right. Never too late for a guy. Now, we spoke a few months back about all these different artists selling their publishing. The latest one we spoke of was Future, selling basically his entire publishing. The next person whose name, because it's all going to the same company, Hypnosis, $200 million. And that's the company's biggest deal to date as far as buying someone's entire music publishing catalog. Do you know who that is? Justin Bieber. So they just bought all of Bieber's music. And it's crazy. Bieber just like came out in 2008. Yeah. When he dropped that first one, My World, then he dropped that second one, My World 2.0. Discovered by Usher. Okay, but you know, they were buying stuff. They bought Timberlake's music, Springsteen. They were doing Sting and David Bowie's estate, Phil Collins and Genesis. They did a lot of stuff. Neil Diamond. But I didn't realize that Bieber's catalog was worth that much. Okay, well, whatever. But
piece of Justin Bieber.
But Justin Bieber, I mean, he's had
womanizer.
Drop the N-word. But you know, he's been around for 15 years, 14, 15 years, and he's seen the world. So it starts to make a little bit of sense. So it's like, it wasn't my cup of tea, but yeah, it ain't for me. Everybody got something that they like, and that's for them. So what I like is The Daily Show. Sad to see Trevor Noah go last December.
Absolutely.
Sad to see him go, but they're keeping the train going. So it's almost as if they're going the Jeopardy route.
Okay.
And doing several guest hosts. So right now, who they have lined up immediately are Wanda Sykes, Leslie Jones. You can see Leslie Jones clips of that on. We gotta delete TikTok. But on TikTok, you see clips of that, and then D.L. Hughley. So they're gonna have everybody hosting like a segment or so. Well, not a segment, a week or so. I kind of like this one, but I know they're gonna finalize a host. What's the guy's name on the side that does the stuff? The funny black dude. I don't know, but he could almost take over. The dude, his sidekick.
Roy Woods. That's the homie.
Yeah.
He lives here. He spends a lot of time down at the Improv. Yes.
Okay.
At first I thought from my insight, because you know I worked for the Daily Show with Trevor Noah, and from my inside track, from my understanding at the time, that he was supposed to be the next host.
Well, maybe they
him or Jakar, but maybe. I don't know.
Jakar.
Yeah, that's the Middle Eastern guy. That's
okay. Yeah. I never heard his name, but
yeah.
I never heard his name in that, but I would take Roy.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes.
But
I gotta get him here.
You know, that dude is funny. Yeah. And he's got the best comedic timing. We don't know his we don't know his political stance on a lot of stuff, but we do with D.L. Hughley all the time.
Absolutely.
So that's gonna be good because I'm a fan of his, so I'm gonna look forward to that. I mean, they got Marlon Wayans lined up. John Lake was on.
I heard that.
I heard that. It was Tu Wong Fu and Super Mario Brothers and something else.
He played in a real good movie where it was about some gangster stuff.
Like A Dangerous Minds?
No, it wasn't like Dangerous Minds. You know, like he had hid for a while.
He was Luigi in the Mario Brothers movie.
Wow.
You can't let that go.
I've never seen it.
1993.
Wow.
It was bad.
Crazy.
It was bad. 30 years ago. Never letting that go. And they got a new one with Chris Pratt, but I'm not letting that go. But no, they got that, and they got Sarah Silverman and Chelsea Handler.
Oh,
so they got people lined up.
Yeah.
Hoping to see what this turns into, but I'm gonna miss Trevor Noah.
Yeah, me too.
I'm going to miss Trevor Noah.
He's a wonderful guy. Wonderful guy. I got some unfortunate news to report.
Oh.
So the duo of Gonzalez, Randy and Bryce. Randy Gonzalez, the father of the popular TikTok duo, the Inky Boys. He passed away following a battle with cancer.
Wow.
Wednesday morning in hospice. You know, he had reported back in April that he was diagnosed and he had 6 months. 6 months prior that he had 2 or 3 years of living with chemotherapy. It can stretch it out to 5. You know, so yeah. You know, unfortunately, you know, he lost his battle.
I saw
this
that.
Morning, and
I saw that. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, real unfortunate. Prayers up to the family.
Yeah, prayers and condolences. Now, I would just like to give my 2 cents on 2 people who I don't know much of anything about. And that being Blueface.
Ooh,
Child,
listen.
Like it gets to a point now where we just have to stop promoting and sharing and popularizing toxicity. Like,
just go.
Like, we have to just get away from it.
Yeah.
And we got to stop sharing posts of negativity.
I gotta say
bad
this
energy.
though.
It's just bad.
I gotta say this about Krishan though.
And Krishan is the girl.
Yes.
Yes.
I feel horrible about the part of life that she's into now because
that
girl,
with we don't know whose kids.
Yeah, just how she's living. Period. That girl was an amazing athlete.
Oh, so she's an athlete.
Yes.
So she's an athlete. He's a rapper.
track star. She was amazing.
So she's an
record
athlete. He's
breaking. Yeah, and then
I don't know who these people are.
What made you do that to yourself?
It just turns into a whole lot of what the hell is going on. But why do we clamor towards it?
Why did you do
like I'm not above anything, but I'd be damned if I'm sitting there watching Real Housewives of anything and stuff like that only promotes to put us back down.
Yeah, for sure.
Like again, not above it. I'm the person not above any person, but we can all be above negativity.
Right.
And you gotta, after a while, you have to recognize exactly what this is looking to promote and get away from that.
Right.
So yeah, when I see the old Blueface is in concussion protocol after getting hit in the head with a wine bottle or a champagne bottle, like what? And Krishan Rock got carried out by security out of Blueface's interview, kicking and screaming.
It was their interview, but
and then she's pregnant. And then he goes and she had 10 dudes while we was like, yo.
But if she had 10 dudes, you was with her too. So.
But why is this the news?
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to know that. I want to know when they're putting Harriet Tubman on that $20 bill.
Listen,
I want to know that.
You already know.
I want to know why y'all keep I don't even have student loans. Why y'all keep stalling on the student loan forgiveness? Why is Donald Trump 2-year ban from Facebook now been lifted? Like, this is the stuff I want to know. Why don't anybody admit that Elon Musk manipulates the stock market every time he goes on Twitter? Talk about that. Don't talk about this young girl kicking and screaming. Like, she got a whole family. All right, that was the Celebrity Roundup brought to you by me. Once again, shout out to my partner, Tae. We'll see you in a few. And,
hey, girl, hey.
Right, hey, girl, hey. but the man of the hour is here, and we're going to bring him over to the microphone because we need everybody listening to the Wednesday Night House Party to know exactly who is going to be cooking this delicious food for us in our live on-air cooking demo. I can't be talking about nobody other than Chef J. Lasso.
I'm in here.
You are in the building, and we appreciate you coming in, my brother.
Hey, there we go.
What's going on?
Well, I'm back again, and I need to tell you, I'm cooking in the hood. I had people call me talking about I need to change that cooking in the hood. Okay. And I said, well, the young people believe that every place. Let me scoot over. Okay. Let me come over there near you.
Come on, man.
I heard you say you got your shots.
I got it.
Oh, okay.
I'm good. I ain't sick.
He said he got his shots.
I got a little tickle. I got it.
We got people wanting to change the theme because they think it's all about money. But cooking in the hood is all about the young people, and it's designed to reach their mentality. Okay. And how do we reach their mentality? When they come home from school in their community, whether it's Bracknell, Pepper Pike, that's how they see. They see it as a hood and not so much as a suburb. We want to be able to offer them a product, a service, where they can just come home and put it all together. It doesn't take a whole lot of hour. Okay. Mama don't need to be there. They can put it together. We're talking about kids from the age of, I started cooking at 8 years old. We're talking about kids from the age of 8 to 12 years old.
They don't necessarily need to handle a stove.
No, don't have to handle a stove.
Okay.
We got a guy out right now. He just created a lunchbox. It's a microwavable lunchbox. Okay. You guys saw it? They can take it to school, and I need to tell you, they have it all day. They can set the timer for it, and when lunchtime comes, their product is done.
Oh, so they don't need an actual microwave.
No, it's a lunchbox.
It's all right there in the box.
All right there. The food, they put it in there, they carry it around, they put it in their locker. When lunchtime comes, they set it, and bang.
Nice.
I'm like, wow.
I need that. I need that for myself.
Yeah, hey.
Because we talked to, so I met Chef Jay on the what's the name of the Lupus Show? I'm sorry, bro.
The Lupus Show.
Yes, Lupus Straight Up.
Lupus Straight Up. Met him on there a few weeks ago. We talked about a couple of things, and one of the things I've talked on and touched on, and we're going to touch on it some more, is childhood obesity. And that's one of the biggest factors in there. So I already like what you're saying, because, I mean, I was an obese child and an obese adult. But I'm also from the era of not too many snacks and not too much stuff. So we did a little more sneaking. But we had money, went to the store, did a whole lot of other stuff. But now it's to the point where it's getting younger and younger. So I like that you said 8, because I didn't go to the store at 8. I went to the store at 12.
Right.
12 and 13, when I had some actual money that I had to burn. Okay. I had to spend it. But you get to the point now where you say, oh, okay, this kid can come home and actually eat food. We got away from that somewhere where kids stopped eating food and started getting Cash App cards and DoorDash, and everything is quick, fast, and processed, and how did that even come about? Like, whose idea was that to get that box going? Because I love it already.
I don't know. You got to Google it, but I saw it a couple of weeks ago. I thought it was the greatest idea in the world for a kid to be able to have their product right in school. They don't have to wait in a lunch line. They don't have to wait for someone to prepare it. It's already prepared for them, and they take it to school.
Yeah.
Certain time they warm it up. And you know, we need to be more open-minded today as society when it comes to the young kids. I grew up we weren't allowed to eat sugar. We had rock candy. We couldn't have potato chips. We didn't drink pop. But they used a lot of salt, thinking that salt was the season. And salt is not a season. Food already has salt in it. It comes from the earth. So, you know, but today we wanna just offer not healthy cooking. We want to offer a lifestyle, especially to the Black community. You know, they quick to say that we're the sickest people on the planet. AWS. Okay. That's because Medicaid get a lot of money.
Whole nother, man. We can do that.
So that's another subject. But I just want to let you know, you're probably not as sick as you think you are, and you need to know what you're putting into your body versus what's coming out. You need to exercise a little bit more. You need to stop the stress value, because I need to tell you, it wasn't like that in the 70s.
Or the 80s.
Or the 80s.
So, you know what? And I'm 81, born 81, so I didn't see it or know what I was looking at. But then you double back and look back in time, it progressively started changing to where the shift changed from obesity now being the norm. So someone like me that works in the gym, is a fitness trainer, almost made fun of. Looked down upon, like, I mean, I'm not bullied, but in a sense I am. You're always at the gym. Well, you're always at wherever you are, like, killing yourself on the inside. But then now it becomes judgment on my part. Okay. Like, I'm not imparting my lifestyle on you, but if you ask me a question, I'm going to answer it. Today. Like, you see people go on social media all the time, and you have a gym picture or anything fitness, then it's attacked. Versus people in the club, because certain things are quote unquote the norm, so they're left alone. But that's the stuff that, like you said, that's killing you. Exercise a little more, eat a little better. You said not healthy, more lifestyle. Right. And so expand on that a little bit, as if to say the difference between the two. Because me personally, I don't use words like diet. I don't like the word diet. Diet to me has a shelf life. It's temporary. It has a start and an end date. I'm talking lifestyle where, you know, you'll have your indulgence, but you don't have to think about it twice. I want a cookie, have a cookie. We're not talking about a pack. We're just talking about one. But lifestyle in terms of like just doing it like this. What's your whole philosophy?
Well, give it real quick. Obesity could be an inheritance. It can come from lack of mobility. I was born obese. 298 pounds in the 6th grade. I really thought that was like, I didn't see that until I went to junior high. But here's where we're at in order to get the lifestyle. I fuel. I don't sit down at the table, have dinner, because it's just me. So I don't have a family to sit down and have dinner with. I don't have to prepare the food. And the only time I'm eating is when I'm catering. And I think what we need to do is we need a lifestyle of a lot of liquids, a lot of vegetable, and less meat. 2 ounces of meat, ton of vegetable, a little carbohydrate, and you're full. Your mind is saying I'm not full because it's so used to expanding, you know. So my take is in the 70s. It's all about money still. It's a political game, okay? And in the 70s they had that "You Go a Long Way, Baby," Virginia Slim, the Slim women putting on the mouth, and they looked at like death for real. So how healthy were they? Now all of a sudden we're living in a society where it's still all about money, but it's about we don't care whether you be obese or whether you be slim. We're going to put it out there, and the choice is yours. So if we are at a point in life where the choice is ours to become, to live a healthier life, stop diabetes, stop cholesterol, stop obesity, we have to nip it in the bud at the roots, and we have to start by letting the kids know that. Guess what? You can't eat everything.
No, and you don't need all at once.
You can't bring it in my house, as a matter of fact. We got to set the ground rules. You know, we have to let them know that there's nothing wrong with you. You don't have to be embarrassed. I came to realize when I lost all that weight, by the time I got to the 9th grade, I was 160 pounds. I kept it off. I was 46 years old. I stopped smoking cigarettes 7 years ago. It was the biggest fear in the world because they say you're going to gain weight. Well, I gained 50 pounds. That's because I didn't do nothing. You know, and food tasted so good. But then I got up and I started doing something. I went from 270 pounds to 230 pounds, so I lost 40 pounds. I gained 10 pounds back. I'm at 240 pounds, and now I'm pushing to lose 30 pounds. But if I lose 30 pounds, I'm not gonna fit my clothes. So what I want to do is not lose weight, not do none of that. I want to just stay healthy. That's where I want to be.
Take care of the organs. Now,
hello.
I heard what you said, and I agree. They put it out there. They don't care. Society doesn't care what you are. Now, I'm gonna take that a little step further. I think at some point there is some manipulation with that, as if to steer you to a certain direction to say, well, we accept you however you are. I'm taking that to a Planet Fitness business model. Planet Fitness, well, to me, this is my opinion, and my views do not reflect those of No Static Radios. This is all me.
All right.
But I'm so caught. This is a gym. I've been in fitness now 18 years. You don't serve pizza at a gym. You don't serve bagels. You don't serve Tootsie Rolls. And when you do stuff like that, to me, what you're doing is you're attacking the insecurity of the person and their vulnerability. Because you know, the gym is one of the biggest, most feared places for people to go.
Exactly.
Because you're insecure and you're walking into a public setting already feeling not great about yourself. And you feel intimidated by folks. And they drive off of that. But what they do is they reverse discriminate to talk about somebody that's in shape, and they call it what they call a lunk. And they do all this stuff, and they say, hey, you can come have this pizza, and then you'll have somebody say, well, if the gym gave me pizza, it can't be that bad. And they're just collecting money. And that $10 adds up when you get the huge population of people swarming that way. Because now you're looking at somebody like me like, oh, you eat grilled chicken and broccoli. You don't like me. I don't know you exist. But if I meet you now, I'm not gonna say anything bad towards you. If you ask me a question, I'll answer it honestly, respectfully. But I'm not gonna prey on your insecurity to make $1 off of you. That's where a lot of stuff is now. So now you start seeing that to where it's come in here, you'll feel better. Do this, you'll feel better. Everything is like the comfort switch. And then it's like, well, are y'all connected to the medical industry? Is that why doctors treat but don't cure? Is that why like medicine is global and like there's not a cure? Air quotes, y'all, I'm on the radio. There's not a cure for certain things, but there really is. Like it's all kinds of questions that go with that. And then you start finding out about the food. Like you got some stuff over there that we're gonna talk. We got cilantro, oregano. We talked about oregano oil off air, turmeric, curry, sesame oil, sesame seed oil.
Sesame seed oil.
We talked about a lot of this stuff before we got on air, and there's a lot of things that you start reading up on and learning, and you start seeing it less out in the stores. That's one thing I noticed. You start learning about a couple of things, you don't find it in high quantity anymore. I've never seen, you people listening at home, let me know if you ever found a carton of organic almond milk. I bet you won't.
Oh, wow.
but if you do, let me know where you got it from.
Well, But I want to know, how do you get milk from almonds?
You soak the almonds.
Yeah,
for
I
8
seen
hours,
it. Yeah.
and then you like put them in new water, grind them up, and strain in the cheesecloth.
Because they extract a milk from the almond, just like a coconut.
And it's
there you go, chef. Test the people, test the viewer.
It's a tedious process, but it's worth it to me.
Okay.
So now, and then to me, it's worth taking that extra 2 weeks to do something that's going to be better for your quality of life. Like you said, lifestyle. I don't want to go to the doctor every 3 months, 6 months. Once a year, you're doing good. See you in a year. Thanks, doc.
You know, our not to cut you off.
No, go for it.
Our generation, which is not mine today, but I'm living in it, it's a fast generation.
Microwave.
Mom's not at home cooking. Kids are having their way. They need a coach. They need some. My mother cooked. So if obesity took place, it took place because, like you said, I was sneaking. I need an extra plate. I'm in the refrigerator. You know what I'm saying? And then I was being lazy. I think here's where I'm at with Chef Jayla Soul Business. You need a personal chef. All of that, you're following fads and everything. Meal prep. Meal prep is leftover food.
That's exactly what it is.
And you can't
3 days in a
be
row.
eating leftover food because food has a shelf life. It also has a bacteria count to it.
That's right.
So once I cook it and I cool it down to 38 degrees and I put it in the refrigerator, I got to bring it up to 145 degrees. I got to eat it like that. If I don't, now I'm eating bacteria and I'm blowing up still. You need a coach. We need a coach. I'm your personal chef, Jayla Soul.
Jayla Soul. And what you making for us today?
I'll tell you what we got. We got some beef stir fry with linguine noodles, and then we got some Alfredo. And I think that the kids can do this type of thing. A lot of vegetables. We got some cabbage. We got some carrots. We got some onion. I took all the vegetables I had in the house because I was eating them raw, and I couldn't eat them all, and they were still fresh. And I said, I'm going to call a radio show and see can I just cook for you guys.
Yes, sir.
Here we are.
I'm ready.
All right, then.
So what we're going to do now, we're going to kick it over to the mix. We got the midway mix. Y'all know y'all listen to us all the time. We're going to listen to Mr. Bruno Mars, one half of Silk Sonic, Grammy Award winning. Shout out to your girlfriend's favorite DJ Coco Z with that. When we get back, you guys want to check us out on the live stream. What's the live stream, Marie?
I'm sorry.
I want to make sure we got
on Facebook, we're No Static Radio LLC, and on YouTube, we're No Static Radio, all one word.
Yep. So Facebook, No Static Radio LLC,
search for the logo.
And on YouTube, No Static Radio. You want to search for us? We'll be on in about 15 minutes with a live cooking demo with Chef Jayla Soul. All right, the SpeakEasy Radio Show, y'all.
Let's get it.
Let's take the ball.
Best in the business. It's DJ Coco Z in the mix.
Coco Z in the mix. Facebook will get mad if you ain't on YouTube. You have to have the videos and get music. Yeah.
It's all about to cue everybody up.
But TikTok don't do all of that. That's why they mad about TikTok.
TikTok looking at my backdrop.
Right.
They want to get the rich people money. They don't want the poor people.
Well, good. Don't let them get my money.
So you know Bernard, huh? Where you know him from? Yes. And you was born in 81, huh?
81. like that.
Good.
Y'all
Y'all
always
say
on the beard.
I keep it intact.
Well, here's what we're gonna do. Your beard look real good, and guess what? Can you imagine when we didn't have barbers? What were we doing? You know,
We look like the gods that we are.
the beards hanging down all in the food. So what? You know. Okay, we're gonna put this together, and let's go ahead and put this thing together. Okay, there we go. Turn the fire on. We're gonna turn the fire on, and here over on this side. And I want all the kids to be able to see this if you can. This is your stove. So if you had one of these, you're in the wilderness, you had some butane, you could live a little bit, okay? Until the butane ran out, and then you would have to get some wood. How about that?
Okay.
So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna turn this on. There we go. So we got 2 stoves here. Turn this down a little bit more. Okay, turn that down a little bit more because we don't want to smoke up the place. Here, we're going to put a little bit of water, okay? A little bit of steam, just water.
Okay.
And we're going to reconstitute this linguine. The linguine needs to have a little oil to it. And we're going to put that right there. How about that?
Okay.
You hear that? If your skillet doesn't sound like that, you're not cooking. You got to bring this food up to temperature real fast. You can't be saturated. And all of this food is pre-cooked. So we're going to turn this down, take this off. And here, right here, I'll let that cool down. And use the light olive oil. That way it's not all saturated, okay? Mm-hmm. It's not all heavy. So we put a little bit of olive oil in there. And we're going to take some vegetables. I want to show the camera right here. Mm-hmm. We've got sauteed chicken breast. When you put a little flour on the chicken breast, here's what happens. It allows it to stay tender because it's like a coating, okay? Okay. You hear that skillet? So we're going to put a little bit there. That's the chicken, okay? We're going to put a little bit of vegetable in there. Right there. Bang. Oh, my God. Oh, that's sounding wonderful. Now, I'm going to blow your mind with this because I just started this dish, and I like it. This is the turmeric Alfredo. Oh. Okay. I want you to see the color. I use turmeric. I want you to see the color of this. Oh my God, it's imaginable. Now, we're going to take about a tablespoon of turmeric, and we're going to put it in there, okay? We're going to toss it up. There we go. Change the color, spin it around. You see that? Mm-hmm. There's the turmeric. Turmeric don't have a flavor, okay? So you have to be careful of what you're using with the turmeric. You can use garlic with the turmeric. You can use whatever, okay? Okay. But you want to be careful, okay? So we're going to reduce this just a little bit more. A little more water? Yeah, a little bit more water because we don't want the turmeric to be in knots. We want it to be smooth. Okay. You see that? So it's smooth. We want to take the vegetables here, and we want to add all of that to the turmeric, okay? Okay. We want to come over here, and we want to take the Alfredo. And this is a nice little Alfredo sauce. Got the garlic and everything in it, okay? You can use fresh garlic, or you can use dry garlic. If you're using dry garlic, you want to like reconstitute it with some wine or something. I'm going to add a little bit of heat to that. Okay. And it's going to be a little bit of cayenne. Woo! Nice. Watch out, chef. Okay. And here we go. This dish is the chicken Alfredo turmeric dish. You see how the color combines and we incorporate all that together? Mm-hmm. And this is the chicken. Oh my God. We're not using salt here. Let me turn this down. We're not using salt. So we're gonna go with some, whoo! Look at me shaking up in here. What's up, chef? Late, I haven't eaten today. It's okay. We're gonna put a little bit of soul seasoning in there, okay? Okay. A little bit of soul seasoning. Because we don't use salt and we don't want to use salt. And this is our first dish. We'll walk away from the stove, we'll turn it off, and we're going to let the crowd see it there, okay? How about that? You guys ready?
How about that?
How about that? Let's go. Right there.
Ooh, wow. I'm about to walk off set and get my plate.
I know that's right.
Set, baby. Walk off set. There we go.
You guys watching at home, I'm not mine.
Bang. Oh, there we go. And see, this is light and lively because you can eat this and you can go back because guess what? It'll be like you never ate. I'll come back to the set. I'm going to put this in the rest. Okay?
Go ahead, flashing it. Yeah.
Yeah. See that in my plate. We got the fork. Where you want me to set yours? I'm
Oh,
set yours
yeah.
right there.
Thank
Where's
you.
that fork go? So we're gonna have Chef come back out here. I'm gonna ask him a couple questions about this.
Here you go. Where's her fork? Okay. There you go.
Thank you, sir.
Gracias.
You see how strong that turmeric is?
Oh,
See
yeah.
how
I
it
love
changed the color of the
turmeric.
pan?
I love turmeric.
Okay, here we go. Now we're gonna do this last dish. Last but least dish, okay?
The key here is flavor without salt.
Exactly.
Taste without extra salt. Now, you can tell the people again, why don't you use salt?
Salt is a deterrent to the heart, to the liver, to the kidney. It causes inflammation and fluid to stay on your joints. So you might as well sit in the bathtub until you like swell up, okay? So that's what salt does. It also dries your heart up to where your heart don't pump the right beat. So that's where a lot of our obesity is coming from. It's coming from salt. Because if you go out and start working out, you'll see you'll sweat a whole lot, okay? So here's our next dish, and this is an Asian dish. And if you do Asian, you can live a great time. So we won't use none of these Middle Eastern products. We'll do the Asian dish. So we're gonna put a little bit of olive oil. Right here we got a little bit of already cooked meat, okay? This is the beef, okay? So we wanna, it's already cooked. I'm gonna show you how we're gonna do this. And we're gonna turn it down just a little bit, okay? So we don't set the smoke detector off, okay? Okay, there we go. And so we're gonna put a little bit of vegetables in here with the meat. This vegetable here is the cabbage vegetable, and it's good for the stir fry, okay? There we go. Oh my God, cabbage. Oh, awesome. Awesome. Y'all making me hungry. Bang! We're gonna put our noodles in there also, okay? Now with the sesame seed oil, it's so powerful that you can't incorporate no other season with that because it dominates everything, okay? And it's a seed. And so we're gonna put a little bit of dash of that sesame on there, voila. And here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna add a little bit of liquid, which is a little bit of H2O. We're gonna toss it up just a little bit. Here we go. We're bringing it to temperature. We wanna bring it to at least 140 degrees, okay? Here we go. How was that dish?
So good, I can't wait for
Yeah.
Oh my God, you guys are eating up in here.
You said the food needs to be cooked high heat.
It needs to be high heat.
And you need to get it sizzling
Real fast.
Okay.
Saute means to cook with high heat, so it needs to be cooked real fast. So in order to do that, we gotta have our mise en place. Mise en place in French means everything in place. So you gotta prep everything and have it ready to go.
Mise en place?
Mise en place.
I just learned something new.
Bang, we're gonna put a little bit of the teriyaki lechoy. This is why we don't use salt, because when you read on here, it says 750 milligrams of sodium
Per serving.
per serving,
A tablespoon?
which is
It's
750 milligrams.
It's spread out though.
It's spread out. It's spread out. But then again, we gotta count calories.
Okay.
So in this whole bottle, we got 100 calories. And that's for 1/4 cup, okay?
Oh, okay.
So that's
Oh, that wasn't
that's not for the individual. That's for more than 6 or 7 people, okay? So you'll probably get less than that.
About 20 calories maybe.
20 at the most.
Oh, I got room. I saved my room. I knew
20 at the
I
most.
knew what we was doing today.
Now you see that beef over here? Do y'all got a uptake on this? Can you see that? Let's go.
You're not gonna see it. You're not gonna see it for long.
Now here we go. Where's your plate?
Right there.
Right back at you. We're gonna turn the fire off. We're gonna put a little bit of heat to this. How was that heat? Was it too hot or what?
It was just right.
Did it go? How was the turmeric in the Alfredo? Did it blend in real good?
So like you said, it doesn't have a taste, but I know the benefits of that. So
the benefit. Exactly.
That's the system's gonna be good. I can put some on my face, but beyond that, no, that was a great dish.
There you go, fam.
Now one thing was actually overpowering. So
Thank you. Complimented one another. Are you ready? Come on.
So now we on the second dish.
This is the second dish for the night.
So we have
bang. There we go.
Cabbage blend beef, a little soy sauce, not soy, teriyaki.
Now I'm going to incorporate both dishes. I'm going to put some beef in there.
Oh, snap.
And I'm going to put some chicken in there.
Here we go.
How about that? We're going to put a little
Y'all
bit.
know me. Y'all know I
bit of
stay in the
liquid
gym.
there.
I did a little extra today. I was ready.
Enjoy yourself. Don't let nothing kill you, though. You know, when you think that you're becoming a little bit overweight and your blood pressure and your cholesterol, you make the decision of how you want to maintain your lifestyle. It's a lifestyle. It's not I jump up and I need to lose weight, my girlfriend, and I need to fast, and I need for people to accept me because I done got slim. I want to live one day at a time, and how do I live one day at a time?
Well, you know what, Chef? I say that too in a different way. I always tell my clients and people that listen, enjoy food, but don't let it enjoy you.
Exactly. Exactly.
Enjoy the food.
Exactly.
They say you're a trainer, you can get away with it. I'm not above science.
Right.
You can't get away with anything.
No.
But you have to be aware of the stuff that you put in and know that the pros and cons of everything.
And you don't have to put too much in because you know why? You can go bad.
Yeah.
You know, you don't have to eat to get full. You just want to knock off the apple. I haven't eaten all day because me and my Middle Eastern doctor has came to the conclusion that guess what? 16 hours in, 8 hours out. 8 hours and don't eat for 16.
You're intermittent fasting. Okay.
Yeah.
So
That's what he told me. And it's been working. I maintain the weight.
So if you guys missed that, intermittent fasting is when you have a time block of 8 hours where you eat, and the other 16 hours of the day is where you fast. So
yeah, tell her about it. You don't have to
what
work out with that.
You don't have to. So
no.
You let your body, and we're talking only fluid.
Yeah.
Water.
Yeah.
Because even the sugar in the juice will break the fast.
Yeah.
So you definitely just taking water.
Don't eat no sugar. Don't eat no potato chips. Don't eat no snack.
None of that.
When your mind tells you hungry, drink a glass of water.
When you start purging all that stuff out of you, and then you have your meals, you're not going to have the desire to overeat at that time.
Exactly.
You spread them out for those 8 hours. Oh yeah, you be good to go.
Now we're going to do this one more time with the stir fry. We're going to put a little bit of that. Voila, bang! I love that sesame seed.
So I'm going to take my plate back over there.
Okay. When you're ready, we're going. When you're ready, we're going to do this.
And see, the important thing to know, too, is that didn't have too much, didn't take too long, and we can break down at any time the savings that it is versus a DoorDash.
Right.
Because that same meal on DoorDash would probably be $50, and 30 of it would be the delivery. So come on, like we gotta do better than that.
They're making.
That's absurd.
Yeah, it's totally absurd. So that's the new system. That's the new system.
That's the new era.
Yeah.
So now we got two proteins.
We got two proteins. We got a beef and a chicken, and we got small portions here. We got less than 2 ounces of meat. I'm coming. You ready?
So now let's bring it back for the grand finale. We got chicken, beef, cabbage, everything. Ooh, big old carrot. Let me eat it out.
Mama, you ain't gonna have to eat that when you go home.
Yeah, I didn't plan on it. But I love these vegetables.
Do it all the time. Do your vegetables with something. Ginger sauce. Go and get that Twang Classic. I'm an onion. Classic is awesome, okay?
Yeah, plus I'm an onion, cabbage, and
ladies and gentlemen,
squash and zucchini type of girl.
Most of you watching are adults. We are way too old to not eat our vegetables. So everything that really comes down, health problems, digestive issues, skin issues, everything. It all comes out in food consumption. Biggest thing that a lot of people experience now, irritated bowel syndrome or IBS and things like that. But when you start reading a little deeper, you start realizing that in some cases it's genetic, some cases you have it, but a lot of times it's just your poor gut health because you've gone so long without good stuff. So then when you start to overcompensate, now you're causing a problem because it's resisting. So just add them in like this, a little bit at a time. Bring that gut health back up. Ain't nothing wrong with vegetables. How old are you? Eat your vegetables.
Broccoli, you cook them. Depending upon what the kids want. If the kids want the broccoli cooked all the way, you cook it all the way. You melt a little butter down.
Yeah.
And you pour some clarified butter on top of it. If you wanted to, you can take the clarified butter, which butter has salt in it, a little bit of Parmesan cheese in it. It has salt in it. I pour it over the broccoli. See what I'm saying?
Because at this point, we got to get them in. We all move forward, evolution and everything, but we got to get back to actually eating food. And we have to break this myth that eating healthy costs more money than crap.
Right.
Because the disparity between that is like, well, if you're comparing the two, one of them's not actually food.
Right.
So we have to talk about that.
Right.
Okay.
I respect McDonald's as a business. It's not food.
No.
If you can have McDonald's French fries sit on your countertop for 30 days and not change any composition, it's not food.
Right.
Not something you should ingest.
Right.
This would go bad overnight if I left it out. So I'm not going to do that.
It causes a chemical imbalance in the brain because it's processed. Yeah.
Very much so.
Well, I want to thank you guys for inviting me back again.
Thank you for coming.
Hope you
It's
enjoyed
always a
the meal.
pleasure.
And guess what? We're going to do it again next time.
Excuse me.
Oh, yeah.
How about that?
Oh, yeah.
Chef Jayla Soul cooking in the hood.
I know, right? We're going to see if we could, do a couple of full episodes of Cooking in the Hood here.
Let's
We'll
do
see.
it.
And then the biggest thing is don't waste your stuff like I just did. Because see, that was my perfect segue to cue us into the song. So we're going to take a quick music break. The King of Pop is on the playlist. Let's get into the song. Sung by Michael Jackson, but written by the one and only Stevie Wonder. I can't help it. It's the SpeakEasy Radio Show. We'll be back with celebrity chef Jayla Soul.
Bang. Yeah. Okay, I got a little bit more food left.
Heck yeah.
You ready?
You know I am.
Okay, it's going down. I'm smoothing up in here.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, you can do this all day, mama. Boil these noodles, put some oil on it, put it in a bag, put it in the refrigerator. You can freeze it too if you want to. Do you hear me? And have everything already ready for what you want to do. This type of meal, you can't even really gain no weight for real. Because it's so light, you know what I'm saying? And then you don't have a whole lot of meat, you know? You don't have a whole lot.
Let's get back to eating food. Let's get back to eating real food.
Bang, bang, bang. Yeah. We're right here. We're doing all day long right here. We're doing Asian, going out the game with it. Bang. Here we go. A little garlic. Put a little soul on there. Let's go back with a little bit of this sesame. Give me a call, 216-673-7299. Your personal in-home chef cooking in the hood. Also, we're catering for you, and we want you to give us a call. We're not doing minimum catering, but we'll go up to 200 people. We might do 300, depending upon the facility, okay? Give me a call. We're cooking in the hood. Don't forget to take a little bit of that LaCroix, but get that twang. That twang is better. And this is the last dish for the evening. And we're banging it up in here. Yes. Woo!
Yeah. Y'all should know by now, I got my plate over there ready for the last one.
We going there. You ready, mama? I'm going to give me some, man. Okay.
So
this
look. First of all, January's over. January's practically over. The first of February is next Wednesday. So we enter the next month, second month of that. So what all have we done? How well have we done already? Again, we can't stress enough the importance of actually eating food. Gotta get away from the stuff. Like, you don't eat bad ever? That's a lie. I do. Not often. But we gotta get back to vegetables, fruit, stuff from the earth. Like stuff that has a shelf life, stuff that will die. Let me show you my next plate. So, this ain't gonna last through the song, but I'm glad Michael's playing because I can sing a little bit. Eat this, but we got our protein, we got our vegetables, we have our starch, but it's light enough to where nothing's gonna sit on you, to where you can't go to bed. Like I wake up early. I wake up at 4, so I'll be in bed at about 10 o'clock. But it's not even 8 o'clock yet, so this will start digesting. Everything's light, everything's full of flavor, and he didn't add any salt, so that's important. We start talking about organs and heart blockage. That's stuff we gotta pay attention to.
Right.
I don't just come on the radio on Wednesdays. I'm in fitness 8 days a week, 25 hours a day, 366 days a year. That don't make sense. Yeah, dude, because I always go a little above and beyond. You know what I'm saying? So, wipe your mouth. We're going to make sure that when the song's over, we're going to make sure that y'all know exactly where to find Chef Jay Lasso. We're going to make sure he plugs everything. Cooking in the Hood. We're going to make sure y'all know everything with that. Once again, Tay, I wish you were here for this. Can't say this. I can't say this one for you. So I'm gonna just tell you how good it is when I talk to you in a minute. We ain't gonna play that one. We ain't gonna play that one. So we in the building, and Chef is cleaning up because we all about to go home in a minute. This was fun though. This was fun. It's always fun with the family, but we gotta let the rest of the family out there know where our family here can be found. Chef, tell them where to find you.
You can find me at 216-673-7299. You can find me on social network, YouTube, Twitter, LinkedIn. Don't forget to go to YouTube. I got a lot of videos, personal videos. And let me tell you something. Friday, I'm going to be over on Bosworth at a Montessori school, and I'm going to demonstrate for the kids how to prepare omelets. How about that?
Ooh, that's going to be fun.
That's Friday. That's Friday,
That
and that's from 10 to 2. And I'm preparing to go to the mayor's luncheon. I think we all should be there.
Yeah.
We can be there. One table costs $300. So
okay.
we get 10 people at one table at $30 a pop. We can be there. You know?
Right.
Give me a call. We're cooking. We're eating. We're jamming to the music.
Listen, we're having a good time because this is the house bar.
No static radio.
Chef, you got any final words for the people watching at home?
Yeah, I got a final word.
Okay.
I want to give a shout out to my friend and my first girlfriend. She passed. And I want to give a shout out to her family, the Harrisons. And our condolences goes out from the radio waves all over, and especially here at No Static Radio. I'm choking up saying this because it really hurts my heart. That was my first girlfriend. And our condolences and our love goes out to you.
Condolences from that side, too. First lady, you got any? We all tearing this food up, y'all. So if it sounds like something, you're like, why did it sound like that? It's because we eating. We said we had a live on air demo. We about to eat the food.
Right.
So everybody taking a second to chew, swallow, and get ready to talk. You got something for the folk?
I just want to thank Chef Jay Lasso for coming in and, shout out to, the people that don't want to let us be people. But everything else, all of them there and it's,
Oh, the pronouns?
Yeah, Not personal, just pronouns.
Not personal.
Yeah.
Not
because, if we taking it back to personal pronouns, it's going to take us right back to who we are. He and she, I and we, you and it and they, so.
I want to get to a place
where pronouns, y'all hearing them, I see the flags going up.
I know, right? I kind of, it ain't my final word. I just want to go back to just things not offending people just because.
And respecting life.
It's just, like
that makes sense.
Like the GOAT said, how much do I have to participate in your self-image? Because that's not the same as if that's how easy it is to walk in to identify as what you are, then I'm coming to a bank, identified as a white man, and I want my loan.
I want my
money.
Okay.
I want it immediately. Don't even check my credit because I'm a white guy. Who did that offend? I don't know, but I'm offended. I offended myself just saying this. See, that's where we are. That's where we are, and we don't need to be there. But what we do need to be is at a better place, mind, body, soul, spiritually, health-wise. All starts internally. Remember, folks, all your organs are from the waist up. All your organs are from the waist up. So when you start seeing that imbalance, you got to take care of your heart, your liver, your kidneys, things like that. But it all starts here. Everything it doesn't start at the doctor's office.
No.
It doesn't start necessarily with the natural herb, because it still has to go to food. Like, oh, I got oregano, that's great, but what you gonna put on? You're not just gonna eat it.
Right.
Like, you're not just
gonna
gonna
have a recipe. You gotta have a menu.
Okay, you got turmeric and you take that with some stuff, and that's great. But then you still gotta eat food, y'all. So we still gotta drink water. At this point, drink some water.
Right.
Distill, spring, purify. Drink some water. And look, here's a cheat code. If it gets to the point where you need a flavor enhancer, don't talk to me about aspartame, you don't know what it is, or high fructose corn syrup if you're at McDonald's all the time. Because that's not even food. Like, that little drop of aspartame ain't going to do nothing to you. Not now and not 50 years from now. It's not going to do nothing. Look, take some Crystal Light. Take it from me. That stuff will not kill you. I drink it.
I love
Crystal Light.
Ain't nothing wrong with Crystal Light. Love it. Like, stop finding error in the things that are going to help you get out to where you are.
Stop going in the cabinet making Kool-Aid and putting that sugar. They're talking about sugar right now.
You are talking about it. You know what I tell my clients? I tell them two things. Well, first thing I tell them is, you did not waste the food because you threw it away. When you're trying to do better, you're trying to clean out your cabinets, you don't waste it by throwing it away. You waste it by bringing it in your house in the first place. So that's one thing. And then when you bring it in the house and you know what your stressors are, you're bringing in a built-in excuse to go off. Right. So stay on. We're not saying don't have stuff. We're not saying don't make the stuff the foundation of your everyday. That's my word from y'all, man. Peace and love. We're gonna be back next week. Chef, thank you, man. I don't have to cook dinner when I go home. I'm so excited about that. I'm good. I'm probably gonna ask for some more, but he just packed it all up, so I'm a little salty. But we'll be back. Shout out to my partner in crime, Tae. Tae, I'll see you real soon. We're gonna leave it off with the music. Once again, it's the Wednesday Night House Party. Peace and love. I'm not LL Cool J, but I'll have a haircut when I see y'all next week. It's the SpeakEasy Radio Show, y'all. That was fun.
You know, I got older, and a lot of... Let me cut this off.
Peace, y'all. Good night.
You know, I got older, and my mind forget about a lot of mess. You know, it goes away. A lot of insanity, a lot of negativity. When you get older, it goes far away.
Okay.
When I spoke to Lachey, I didn't her and my son grew up together.
So now, her sister opened up a nail salon.